Hello and good afternoon. I hope you all had a fantastic day. I just got off work, get some freedom, get to go out in the world and get to drive this amazing machine. I look forward every day I look forward to driving to work and getting off work just so that I can drive this amazing car. Such an amazing experience to be able to drive this every day. Sorry, I just saw a friend there. I hope you all had a great day. We'll see you in a second. All right, so the first modification that I've done to my Tesla is the tint. This is obviously not a DIY modification, but it is well worth it in any situation. All of my cars I've gotten tint. I enjoy the privacy. I enjoy the decreased amount of heat and UV radiation that gets inside of the car. I did get the Lumar ATC 15, which I believe is 18% VLT. The next step down is 5%, which is a limo, and the next step up is 30%, which is barely anything at all to me. I find that 18 is a perfect compromise and it works really well. This was the cheapest tint they offered, but I've gotten it on all my vehicles and it does just fine. I have absolutely no need for anything more than this, especially because the cost of this was around $400, and the next step up with the metallized or the ceramic or whatever it is was around $900, and then $1,400 after that. So $400 is much more in my price range and what I was willing to spend, and it does exactly what I want it to. All right, so the second modification that I have done to this car is the screen protector. It's probably not necessary, but I think it's essential in any situation. You just never know what's going to happen. You could have your door open and something could go flying in and hit your screen. It's just worth it for those freak incidents, especially inside the car. I did get mine from Amazon. I will provide a link for that in the description of this video. I did get the gloss because I do enjoy the way that the gloss looks. I originally bought a matte finish. I didn't like it that much. It did not show fingerprints at all, which was amazing, but I just love that gloss look. It just makes things feel more classy to me and look much better. It's cheap. You can probably get it for under 50 bucks and it's well worth it, in my opinion, for that peace of mind. These next two modifications that I have done to my car are DIY modifications, and they are so easy for you to do yourself as well. Let's start with the first one. The first is a phone wireless charging system. As most of you probably know, or maybe you don't know, the car comes with a phone dock, and it has some iPhone cables as well as a USB-C cable that you can wire up through the dock that plug in directly to the bottom of your phone. I found it incredibly difficult to use these. It was difficult to get and actually plug in. So within the first week of having the car, I got fed up with it and decided to make my own wireless charger. Now, looking online, there's a few different options. There's the Jetta and there's a couple other professional options. There's also a kit that is much cheaper. I think it's around $59. So I ended up using the idea of the kit to make my own. I ordered all of the parts from Amazon. The total cost was under $50, which was great. It was very easy to assemble, and I was able to customize it the way that I wanted it to look. Ended up getting this really nice brown leather, and I think it goes really well with the interior of this vehicle. But I will let you guys be the judge. I'll show you that coming up shortly here. I have an iPhone XS Max, and my friend has an iPhone X. They both charge equally well. It's well worth it. It makes life so much easier, and I don't understand why they didn't just include this in the first place, but luckily it is easy to do and well worth your time and money. So now we are going to take a look at the DIY wireless charging system that I did myself, hence the DIY. Let's get right to that. So, as you can see, I've got everything all closed up here. Open it on up, and you can see my iPhone XS Max along with the nice leather. Let's get things a little bit more opened up even more here. So as you can see, when I place it down, we get the charging symbol there. It works with both sides. See that one as well. Let's open this up a bit more. So what it is a layer of leather. It's secured in both of the upper corners by 2 pieces of double-sided tape, one here, one here. It's not secured at all to the bottom, but it doesn't need to be because the phone and everything just kind of keeps it tucked in here. If we pull this up, you can see kind of the innards of it. These are 2 pieces of black foam that you get from Hobby Lobby, as well as the 2 Energy Pad Fast Key charging pads. Like I said, all of this is well under $50. The leather and the foam pads all come from Hobby Lobby. And it just so happens to turn out that these 2 foam pads glued together are the exact width needed to make it flush with these energy pads. Then, underneath that, please excuse all my GoPro equipment, that's for snowboarding and everything else, I do have a USB splitter here to plug in both charging pads, and that plugs into one of my USB ports back there. I also have my dash cam USB on the other side. Now, these things do very well. They charge exactly as you'd hope they would. And it was a great, great modification. It was very cheap, very easy to do. You can all do it at home with just a pair of scissors, some glue, and some double-sided tape. All right, so the 4th initial modification I think you should do to your Tesla is set yourself up with some all-weather floor mats. Depending on where you are, I'm in Colorado, so they're absolutely essential. Some places I'm sure they're not needed, but here they are, and there's many other places that are as well. And these, as I said earlier, were a DIY modification. What I did was I ended up going to Home Depot, getting a roll of all-purpose flooring, modular flooring, which ends up being just a sheet of rubber material. I used the cloth floor mats to trace out the shape of the original floor mats. And then I got a few pieces of sticky Velcro to secure them to the floor, and that was it. The overall cost of this was under 30 bucks. It was probably around $25. So simple. It does everything that I needed it to. What I ended up adding to it was a line of weather stripping such that it would actually contain liquids and water and anything you spilled on it. It was very cheap. It was very, very simple. The entire modification can be done within an hour. Well worth it to A, protect your fabric, carpet, floor mats, and B, protect the fabric underneath those floor mats and keep it looking wonderful during the winter. You will not be dissatisfied. So, all right, so we are going to show you the all-weather floor mats that I made here. We're going to start in the back, mainly with the back here. Okay, so it is, as I said, it's just some all-purpose modular rubber flooring, pretty thin, maybe an 1/8 of an inch thin actually. It is from Home Depot, pretty cheap. I did grab this weather stripping to go around it just to contain any fluids in the back here. Looks like I need to wipe these down a little bit. And beneath it, I have some Velcro to just make sure that it doesn't move around at all. But yes, it is a very cheap and easy modification that ends up protecting the carpet around in these winter months to make sure that no damage occurs. They also shine by allowing you to have less wear and tear on your cloth mats that come with the vehicle. The one roll is plenty of material to make all of the floor mats, and they don't look too bad as long as you keep them clean and don't let them get as dirty as I have. So the 5th and final modification that you should do to your Tesla Model 3 right away is to get a center console wrap. I can't express how important this is. At first, I wasn't very keen on it because I loved the shine of the center console material. However, as everybody has come to find out, that material is a fingerprint magnet and it will scratch if you look at it funny. It wasn't maybe a couple days before I started noticing scratches showing up from who knows what. They just were there. Make sure you have it before you even get the car. Get a center console wrap ready to install. Not expensive at all. I think it was somewhere around $27. I'll post a link in the description below. Well worth it. You don't have to worry about scratches. You don't have to worry about fingerprints. You can get any look that you like. Brushed aluminum, carbon fiber. That's what I ended up going with. It's also very easy to install and very forgiving. They do give you an extra piece on the hardest one, which is the cup holders. It comes with all the tools that you need. Very cheap and well worth it, as is the other 4 on this list. All right, so there we have it. Those are the 5 modifications that you should do to your Tesla Model 3 right now before you even get the car. Make sure that you have them ready, or that you have them in mind. They are 5 amazing modifications, and if you're like me, I didn't want to spend that much more money after spending basically all of my life savings on this car. It was my dream car. They are well worth it though. I promise you that you will not be dissatisfied. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It truly means the world to me. If you did like this video, please smash that like and subscribe button below, especially the subscribe button. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you all have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.